Did you know that only 15% of people feel truly creative? That's right. Despite endless advice and tools, many of us struggle to tap into our full creative potential. But what if I told you that the secret to unlocking your creativity might not lie in new gadgets or techniques, but in something as simple as mindfulness? Mindfulness is more than just a buzzword. In fact, studies reveal that practicing mindfulness can boost creativity by up to 50%. Imagine improving your creative output simply by changing the way you think and approach your day. Sounds incredible, right? In this video, we'll dive into how mindfulness can transform your creative process. You'll discover unique strategies like starting your day with intentional calm, finding inspiration in everyday moments, and using mindfulness to overcome creative blocks. Ready to break free from creative ruts and explore new realms of inspiration? Stay tuned as we uncover practical tips and surprising facts that will change the way you think about creativity. Let's unlock the true power of mindfulness together. Chapter 1. Silent Beginnings. The Power of a Mindful Morning. Starting your day with a mindful morning routine can be a game changer for your creativity. Did you know that the first hour after waking up sets the tone for your entire day? In fact, research shows that those who begin their day with mindfulness practices, like meditation or journaling, often experience heightened focus and creativity throughout the day. Imagine giving your mind a calm, clear slate every morning. That's the power of a silent beginning. When you wake up, avoid reaching for your phone right away. Instead, take a few deep breaths and focus on the present moment. This simple practice of mindful breathing is a great way to anchor yourself before the day's distractions begin. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing can reduce stress and improve your mood. Remember, creativity thrives in a peaceful mind, not a cluttered one. Journaling is another powerful morning habit. Take 10 minutes to write down your thoughts, ideas, or even dreams. Julia Cameron, author of The Artist's Way, calls this morning pages, and she claims it's a key to unlocking creativity. Writing freely in the morning clears mental fog and lets new ideas emerge. It's like a warm-up exercise for your brain. But don't just write, listen too. Try sitting in silence for a few minutes, tuning in to the sounds around you. This mindful listening can heighten your awareness and make you more receptive to creative inspiration throughout the day. The goal isn't to empty your mind, but to fill it with awareness and intention. Another tip is to move your body mindfully in the morning. Gentle stretching or yoga can connect your mind and body, setting a rhythm that inspires creativity. This movement doesn't have to be intense. The key is to be present and aware of how your body feels. It's about starting your day with mindfulness in motion. Chapter 2. The Art of Mindful Observation. Finding Beauty in the Mundane. Mindfulness teaches us to see the world differently. Often, the most inspiring ideas are hiding in plain sight. Leonardo da Vinci once said, "There is no greater art than observing nature." He believed that careful observation was the key to his genius, and you don't need to be a master artist to benefit from this. Next time you're out for a walk, take a moment to really observe what's around you. Notice the details. The texture of a leaf, the way light hits a building, or the pattern of cracks in the pavement. This kind of mindful observation trains your brain to notice the small, often overlooked details that can spark creativity. Research has shown that people who regularly practice mindful observation are better at creative problem solving. They're able to connect seemingly unrelated ideas because they notice more. This is because mindfulness helps you break free from your usual thought patterns and see things from a fresh perspective. Try carrying a small notebook or use your phone to jot down interesting things you see throughout the day. Don't overthink it. Just write down whatever catches your eye. Later, review your notes. You might be surprised at how these small observations can inspire bigger ideas. You can also practice mindful observation at home. Pick an everyday object, a spoon, a plant, or even a piece of fabric, and spend a few minutes examining it closely. Notice its shape, color, texture, and how it feels in your hand. This exercise might sound simple, but it's a powerful way to train your brain to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. Chapter 3. Flow States and Creative Bliss. Channeling Mindful Presence. Flow is that magical state where time seems to disappear and you're fully immersed in what you're doing. It's also where some of the best creative work happens. According to psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who coined the term, flow is a state of optimal experience where creativity and productivity peak. Mindfulness is a key to accessing flow. By focusing your attention fully on the present moment, you create the perfect conditions for flow to happen. One way to do this is through mindful breathing or meditation before you start a creative task. Clearing your mind helps you focus entirely on the task at hand. Another tip is to set clear goals for your creative session. Know what you want to accomplish, but stay open to where the process takes you. This balance of structure and flexibility is essential for entering flow. It's about being fully engaged without being overly attached to the outcome. Distractions are the enemy of flow. When you're in the zone, even a small interruption can pull you out. So, create a distraction-free environment. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and let people know you need some uninterrupted time. The fewer distractions, the easier it is to stay in that flow state. It's also important to match the difficulty of the task with your skill level. Flow happens when the challenge is just right. Not too easy that you're bored, but not so hard that you're anxious. This is where mindfulness helps. By paying attention to how you feel during the task, you can adjust and find that sweet spot where flow occurs. Liking what you see? Subscribe now and let's get right back to it. Chapter 4. Mindful Disconnection. Unplug to recharge your creativity. We live in a world where we're constantly connected, but sometimes being too connected can drain your creativity. Studies have found that people who take regular breaks from technology are more creative and less stressed. It's not just about avoiding burnout. It's about giving your mind space to breathe. Mindful disconnection is about setting boundaries with your digital devices. Try scheduling specific times during the day to check your phone or email, rather than constantly being on alert. This helps your brain focus on the present moment, rather than being pulled in multiple directions. You might also consider a digital detox, a period where you unplug completely. Even a short detox, like a weekend away from screens, can do wonders for your creativity. Without the constant barrage of information, your mind has a chance to reset and recharge. If a full detox isn't feasible, start small. Maybe begin with tech-free hours in the evening, where you avoid screens before bed. This not only improves sleep, but also allows your mind to wind down naturally, which is crucial for nurturing creativity. Another way to practice mindful disconnection is through nature. Spending time outdoors, away from digital devices, is a proven way to boost creativity. Nature has a calming effect that helps reduce stress and improve focus. Even a short walk in the park can make a big difference. Chapter 5. Intentional Inspiration. Curating your creative space. Your environment plays a huge role in your creativity. Have you ever walked into a room and felt instantly inspired? That's not by chance. Studies show that a well-organized and thoughtfully designed space can boost creativity by up to 25%. It's all about curating a space that speaks to your creative spirit. Start by decluttering your workspace. A cluttered space often leads to a cluttered mind. Marie Kondo, author of The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, suggests only keeping items that spark joy. This doesn't just apply to your home, but to your creative space as well. Keep tools, materials, and objects that inspire you, and remove anything that distracts you. Lighting is another key factor. Natural light has been shown to improve mood and productivity, making it a great addition to any creative space. If natural light isn't an option, try using warm, soft lighting to create a cozy and inviting atmosphere. The right lighting can make a big difference in how you feel and how creative you are. Colors also have a psychological impact. Blue and green tones are known to enhance creativity, while red can increase focus and attention to detail. Consider incorporating these colors into your workspace through paint, furniture, or decor. Even a small splash of color can change the energy of the room. Don't forget about sensory elements. Adding plants, scented candles, or a small water fountain can create a calming and inspiring environment. Studies have shown that being around plants can increase creativity by up to 15%. The idea is to engage your senses in a way that stimulates your mind and nurtures your creative process. Chapter 6. Breath and Brushstrokes. Mindful Movement in Art. Art is not just about the final product, it's also about the process. Mindful movement in art allows you to focus on the act of creating, rather than worrying about the outcome. This approach can lead to more authentic and inspired work. It's about being present with each brushstroke, each line, and each moment. One way to practice mindful movement is through mindful drawing. Instead of trying to create something specific, let your hand move freely across the paper. Focus on the sensations, the texture of the paper, the way the pencil feels in your hand, and the sound it makes as it moves. This technique helps you connect with your work on a deeper level. Mindful painting is another powerful method. Dip your brush in paint and notice how the colors blend and flow. Pay attention to the movement of your brush and the patterns it creates. The goal isn't to paint a perfect picture, but to enjoy the process of painting itself. This kind of mindful practice can lead to unexpected and delightful results. Sculpting is also a great way to incorporate mindful movement into your art. Feel the clay in your hands, notice its texture, and let your fingers guide you. Sculpting requires you to be fully present, making it a perfect activity for practicing mindfulness. It's a tactile experience that grounds you in the moment. This approach to art isn't just relaxing, it's also liberating. When you focus on the process rather than the product, you remove the pressure to perform. This freedom allows your creativity to flow naturally. In fact, many artists find that their best work emerges when they stop trying to control the outcome and just let the art happen. Chapter 7. Mindful Challenges. Embracing creative blocks with curiosity. Creative blocks are something every artist faces, but they don't have to be a source of frustration. In fact, they can be a powerful tool for growth if approached mindfully. Instead of viewing a creative block as a dead end, see it as an opportunity to explore new ideas and directions. One strategy is to approach the block with curiosity rather than resistance. Ask yourself what the block is trying to teach you. Is there a skill you need to develop? A perspective you need to shift? Sometimes, a creative block is your mind's way of telling you it's time to try something new. Another approach is to practice mindfulness during the block. Sit with your discomfort and observe it without judgment. This can help you uncover the root of the block. Often, creative blocks are tied to fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. By acknowledging these fears, you can start to overcome them. Taking a break can also be a form of mindful practice. Step away from your work and do something completely different. Go for a walk, listen to music, or cook a meal. Engaging in a different activity can give your mind the space it needs to reset and find new inspiration. Consider using creative prompts to break through the block. Prompts can push you out of your comfort zone and force you to think in new ways. It's like giving your creativity a gentle nudge in a new direction. You might be surprised at how quickly a small prompt can lead to big ideas. Chapter 8. Mindfulness in Collaboration. Harmonizing creative energies. Collaborating with others can be incredibly inspiring, but it can also be challenging. Mindfulness can help harmonize creative energies and make collaboration more productive and enjoyable. It's all about being present, open, and respectful of each other's ideas. Start by practicing mindful listening during collaborative sessions. When your collaborator is speaking, focus fully on what they're saying. Avoid interrupting or thinking about your response while they're talking. This kind of deep listening fosters mutual respect and understanding, which are crucial for successful collaboration. Mindful communication is also key. Be clear and concise in your ideas, but also be open to feedback. Remember, collaboration is about blending ideas, not competing. Mindfulness helps you stay open to new perspectives and possibilities. It's about finding common ground and building on each other's strengths. Setting intentions before a collaborative session can also be helpful. Take a few moments to discuss what you both hope to achieve and how you plan to work together. This sets a positive tone and aligns your energies toward a common goal. It's like creating a roadmap for your collaboration. Don't forget to take mindful breaks together. Step away from the project and do something relaxing, like taking a walk or sharing a meal. These breaks can help you reconnect and recharge, making the collaboration more fluid and enjoyable. Plus, some of the best ideas often come during these moments of relaxation. Lastly, practice gratitude. At the end of your collaboration, take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate each other's contributions. This not only strengthens your creative partnership, but also leaves you both feeling inspired and motivated for future projects. Gratitude is a powerful tool for sustaining long-term collaboration. Your support means the world to us. Subscribe now to keep the content coming.